Hey guys, Jordan here with Finer Things Review, doing our second board game night report, or game night report. And tonight we played a game of Pirate Dice and two games of Pandemic Contagion. And I'll also probably talk a little bit about the two games previously in this week that Pandemic Contagion played. It is Tuesday. October 28th, as I record this. So, anyway, tonight, the first game we played was Pirate Dice. Here on the box. There you go. Ooh, Pirate Dice. See that? This was a game that was, I believe, kickstarted a few years ago. It plays fairly quickly, maybe like 45 minutes or something like that. It's a game that reminds me a lot, and it might be the same designer. I'm going to check on that, but as another game called Robo Derby Express, which I've played a few times. And if you're familiar with that game, then you're pretty much familiar with Pirate Dice. It's basically pretty much the same game, very similar mechanics. With just some few different variances going on. In this, your ship gets to fire on both sides, but I think in the other one, they just fire forward. Random things like that. But then this one, you get stuck in the whirlpool, or you get blown by the sails, move forward. Stuff like that. So it's very similar to that. But pretty fun. Just my first play of this. I have played Robo Derby Express a couple times a while ago. So I certainly immediately saw the similarities there. But fun, light filler game. It also reminds me of another game that we do, in the fact that it's one of those games where you program everything first, like I'm going to do this on this turn, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then everybody goes, and then you reveal it, and everybody goes, and now crap, now you're there, so then I slam into you, and now I get swapped around, so now I can't turn left, or I don't want to do that. I start running into a wall. Fun stuff like that. But if you enjoy things, little games like that where you kind of have an idea and you set it up, and then it's just chaos, you should check it out. But what I was saying is that it does remind me of another game that I did just recently do a Finer Things review of, so you should check it out, of Romans Go Home. Another game with cards, but another similar mechanic where you set everything, you do all the strategies up front, and then you see how it works out. So that was Pirate Dice. Pretty cool. Check it out. It's fun. If you like Robo Derby Express, or Robo Rally for that matter, then certainly something to look at, a game to look at least. And then also I want to talk a little bit about Pandemic Contagion. Now, I have this copy here, which was an allotted copy to my local game store that I picked up earlier in the week, a couple days ago. And so I don't think it's all the way out yet. It's not officially out. I think it comes out in November, probably the first or second week of November. I didn't get a chance. I saw it, but didn't get a chance to play it at Gen Con 2014. But I had seen some demo videos from Gen Con and was like, ooh, I want to check that out. So when I saw the allotted copy at the store, I had to pick it up. Just I wanted to play it and wanted to do a review of it. Either way, good or ill, because this one's got some good things going on in it. I've played 4 games total. I played two player games and now 2 3-player games that we played tonight. And one thing that really struck me from just the two players and then in the 3-player games, so 2 games and 2 games, just the variability. There's some mid-game scoring going on in there, which is certainly a mechanic that you see in other games. Where just certain cards are tagged with a little picture on it, and if you have the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th one, you're gonna just do a little light scoring for who has control over certain parts of certain cards, parts of the board in this game. So there was a very different swing there from the two games I'd played previously to the ones tonight, where the two ones before it really didn't come up. It can possibly score 3 times. You have 3 possibility, up to a 3 max possibilities of scoring mid-game, scoring some light scoring in the game. And in the 2 games I had played before, that had happened 1 time out of the possible 3. And in the 2 games tonight, the first game it happened all 3 times, and the second one happened twice. And that really made a shift, not only with just the points jump, seeing some people kind of piggyback, leapfrog over other people, and things like that. And just a few unexpected, like, whoa, got 7 points there. Like, wasn't counting on that. But also it can affect your play because the way that scoring happens, it really benefits the person who is spread out and just has most cube, your most disease, in different areas. If you have control of it, if you have the most there. And you can kind of start anticipating that as you see the cards coming. You're like, well, I could go over here to a different card, to a different city, so that, that skull's probably going to come up on the next card, so then I can get more points if I do this, versus trying to go and take over one city and just kind of concentrate. So that was kind of cool to see that variance of play there with how the event deck runs, because it's coming out of an event deck where you're just going to randomly discard a few cards before you stack the deck up. So it's going to be a little different every time. So it's kind of nice to see a real change there, see the 2 ends of the extremes as far as how that can affect the gameplay and the scoring. So that was good to kind of see a little more depth in there. And also, there's really a lot going on here. The game's very easy to learn. It's quick to play. Now we play it with 2 and 3, 45 minutes. Max. You're going to go 12 turns at a maximum, and the game can be shorter than that if the alternate end game condition happens. But I think even with 4 or 5, which hopefully I'll get to play here tomorrow or the next day, will happen. I really don't see the game time being that much longer at all, really, because a lot of times your turn is I'll draw 2, and I'll draw and I'll draw, or I'll draw and I place this cube. Your turn. Most times it's just go, 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 go. So it plays very quickly. It's very accessible. There's some really hard choices. There's really a little more depth than what it kind of seems to be at first. Without going in the game too much, right now there will be a review coming up from Finer Things Review on Pandemic Contagion. So look out for that, which we'll get into more of the stuff and the explanation of the game. But anyway, there's more going on than what it seems. And even though you don't have many choices, they can be really hard choices. They can be really agonizing choices, which I love in the game, which really lets me know that I've kind of hit a winner there. So that was very cool to see. Some issues maybe need more play out of it, but to see, there might be a little bit of a problem of a runaway leader. Like if someone gets going out there far enough, and if you kind of lag behind early, it's going to be hard for you to catch up a little bit. Maybe. Not sure about that. Again, only a couple plays in, so hopefully more on that, maybe a more definitive answer on that when the review comes up. And then let's see, other than that, had the chance to lose at 2 games of Splendor earlier this week, so go there. Splendor is, a game that I have never won. Just never. I don't know what it is, but either I'm really bad at it, which I'm pretty sure I'm pretty bad at it. And obviously everyone else is better than me at it. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I really like that game. Really love Splendor. But, man, I just cannot win that game. I just can't do it. I don't know. It's one of those games I just can't crack that nut. So anyway, there's that, and then tonight I have continued my losing streak of let's say in Pandemic Contagion. Again, another game. I played only 4 games now, but I've played 4 of it. I haven't won. I just can't win it. Can't win that one. I get close, so close, but I can't. But anyway, Amanda got the wins on both of those games tonight. Pandemic Contagion and Pirate Dice, so she swept it tonight. So there's that little name again. You'll probably be hearing a lot, Amanda, when I talk about thwarting plans or me not winning. Often that's you gotta watch her. But what else? Also I did get a game of Starfleet Captains in, which is a game that came out years ago. But I only had a chance to play it once or twice, and then I didn't really know anybody that had it. It just wasn't. Just for whatever reason, never got it. Finally won as the Klingons. Played the game, and then the whole time, we thought the Federation won and everything like that. But then hours later, you have that moment. I'm sure some of you can relate to this. You're playing through the game again in your mind. Later, hours later, I'm sitting on my porch, and I realize that I'm like, oh my god, I never counted the +1 victory point that I got for building that outpost. I had won the game turns before, and neither of us had caught that I had the extra victory point. So, to my opponent, who I will not call out a name here, but I believe is a subscriber, I actually got that game of Star Trek Fleet Captains. The Klingons won that game. So, you know who you are. We'll discuss when I see you again. But that's all I have to report tonight. And thanks for viewing. And hopefully catch us next week for our next Finer Things review game night report. And be sure to be on the lookout for our upcoming review of Pandemic Contagion. Alright. This is Tuesday night, October the 28th. And I played some great games tonight, and I hope you did too. And game on.